Hey y'all, welcome back to another video where you can either listen to me yap or watch me work out or both. So I'm doing this voluptuous, mountainous booty pump builder with Jane Kate. I do her workouts a lot. She does a lot of calisthenics, but she also does lifting in the gym as well. And I like her workouts because they're quick and they're efficient. Oh my goodness, they get to the point. And you'll be doing it thinking, oh, I don't feel nothing. This ain't nothing. And then as soon as you're done or the next day, you got to take a rest day because you feel all that pain, which means that stuff work. So make sure you go work out with Jane Kate. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. My apologies if I'm not, queen. But I will make sure I link her YouTube channel so y'all can check out her workouts and go work out with her. I like working out with her because she reminds me of my sister, All Natural Cam. Her and my sister, they like both have these beautiful shaped like Coke bottle shaped bodies, as they say. But they have these beautiful shapes and they work out so hard. And they're both Geminis, I just found out. So shout out to the Geminis. I know their season just passed. We're currently in Cancer season. What's up, Cancers? But yeah, my sister and Jane Kate remind me of each other just because they do similar workouts and they have similar bodies. So you know that stuff works, okay? So either go get sculpted by Cam or get your workout in with Jane Kate. Either way, they gonna get you right, honey. You gonna be straight. So per usual, I'm just yapping, y'all. I ain't got really much to talk about while y'all watch me do my voluptuous booty pump. I will say on Jane Kate's YouTube, she be cracking me up with like her titles and her thumbnails. Not her thumbnails, they'll be on point, but her titles. Oh my goodness, she voluptuous, mountainous, gargantuous, barbarian booty. Like, it's a really extremely big butt that we are working out for. And she never wrong. She never wrong. Like I said, her workouts work. Every time I leave, I got a booty pump, arm pump, or the next day I feel it in my abs and I have to take a rest day and my butt and my arms with my back. She does it all, honey, and I'm telling you, it works. You'll see the results when I'm done. A matter of fact, just go look at her page. Go look at her page from like her very first video up until now. The results will show for itself. That girl does not play, period. And that's why she also reminds me of my sister. She do not play. That must be a Gemini thing. They do not play, y'all, at all. So I guess while y'all watch me struggle through this booty workout, I'm telling you, I feel it. And I added the band too. Who I mean business. That's the medium band too. I should go for the hard, but sometimes I don't like pushing myself to my limit because I be tired and in pain. But look, push yourself to your limit. All right, do as I say, not as I do. No, on this day specifically, I was just like, I'm gonna do a medium, but I do push myself to the limit. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I guess today we could talk about grief a little bit. This video is not gonna be too long anyway, but I've been dealing with some grief, y'all. As you may or may not know, my father passed on May 20th, 2025. He went peacefully. He went exactly how he wanted to go. So there was no problems there. It's just kind of hard because me and my dad were close and I love him a lot. I value my parents a lot. I know like throughout life we had our up and downs, but that's how it's supposed to be, right? I'm their first kid. Well, I'm my dad's second kid technically. But look, I'm the first kid, doggone it. Dang it. I'm the first daughter. How about that? But yeah, as the first kid, there's a lot of trial and error and stuff like that. A lot of ups and downs. A lot of, parents don't understand, kids don't understand. But as an adult, just in hindsight, I'm like, oh my God, in this age that I'm in, watching my parents be the age that I am now, oh, God bless their hearts. It's hard for me now, and I don't have any kids. And they had kids at my age. Oh my God, at this big age, I could not even imagine, y'all. But yeah, I like I said, I do value my parents a lot, and I'm happy that they brought me into this world. And I'm even happier that my soul chose those two because they are fantastic parents, and they really did the best they could with what they had, especially given what life has given them, especially being black too. So not just what life has given them, but what the government and American society has given them to being black. If you know, you know. If you my color, you know. But yeah, so I'm close with both my parents, and I love them a lot. So it was just hard when my dad died, because I was like, it feels like half of me is gone, y'all. Oh my goodness, I love that man. And a lot of my life is based around my parents, and especially my dad, because like I have my mom's personality because I grew up with her, but I have my dad's personality because I grew up with him in me. Like it's in me, not on me. And yeah, it's just hard because it feels like I lost half of me. And give me a moment, y'all. I almost lost myself back there. But yeah, so I base a lot of my stuff around my dad. And like you'll see in my series, I have a character called Melvina. If you check out my other YouTube channel, the Grandma Pearl Sugar Mama series, I have a character named Melvina who is representing my ego, because my dad wanted to name me Melvina. Thank God he didn't. Could you tell his name was Melvin? I'm sure. But thank God I'm Shakira, because Melvina would be crazy. Not far-fetched, Dad, but yeah, you tried. Anyway, like I said, they did the best they could with what they had. And as their first daughter, I feel like I'm just finishing what they started, finishing like what life gave my parents, just kind of continuing their destiny, not fulfilling it for them, because it's your job to like fulfill your destiny. But I feel like I'm continuing because obviously I'm a legacy, so that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing my job, and I'm really grateful for that, because my parents gave me a gift. And I don't know. I don't know if I should expand on it or not. Should I, y'all? I don't know, because there's some people out there who don't know, and they're like, what are you talking about? I don't understand, so they'll shun me. But then there's some people out there who do know, and they're probably happy for me, or they might not be happy for me, and they'll pray on my downfall. Anxiety attacks, aren't they the worst? But yeah, I'm really happy to just be finishing what my parents started, because I feel like I have this great purpose, this great destiny, this just amazing life ahead of me, and amazing life I've already had as well. And just seeing my parents, I be inspired by them. Like, I really look up to them too, because they're very smart, hardworking people, persistent, and gifted. My dad, he really dealt with a lot of like just internal madness. I mean, the external stuff, okay, that was on him. His lifestyle choices were his lifestyle choices. But I know internally he held on a lot, because as a black man in America, that's what they're forced to do. So I know he held in a lot. He didn't know how to express his feelings or like his pain. So he would show it in other ways that were unhealthy and toxic, which ultimately led to his death. Like I said, his lifestyle choices weren't the best. And he still went peacefully. He went out how he wanted to. But he was a gifted guy. Him and my mom. And it's like two superheroes come together and make this super baby. And that's what I feel like. So I'm proud to call Rose and Melvin my parents. But to speak on my dad more, I just it's hard, because he was my emotional assistance animal. No, I'm just kidding. My what's it called, emotional support animal. But he was a good guy. He was a good guy, and we would talk a lot. And he was silly. He was an emotional person. He had a big heart. It was a little bit. He had a big heart, but sometimes it was like misplaced love, if that makes sense. You know how you have misplaced anger or even misplaced hate? He had like misplaced love, because he would give it to like everybody without like a background check. Just everybody get love. You get love. You get love. All types of love. Eros, pathos, platonic, romantic, all types of love. Everybody gets the type of love. And I understand because we share the same heart. I also have a big heart. My feelings on my sleeve. I get most of that from my dad. He's an Aries, by the way. Well, barely. He's like a Pisces Aries, March 21st. I call him a cusper, but he's definitely an Aries, that crazy man. But yeah, he had a big heart and he just gave love to everybody, even if they didn't deserve it. And with things like that, y'all, you just got to be careful because people will take advantage of you, especially when you have a big heart. And I think what he didn't realize was all of that love he was giving to others, he had to give to himself. And like I said, I feel like I'm like finishing what my parents started. Like they only knew certain things. They only knew what they knew and had what they had. So me watching them grow up, I'm like, oh, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. This is what you that's what you should do. Just trying to guide them because I wanted my parents to heal ultimately. And oh my God, old dogs do not like to learn new tricks. Trying to reparent and heal your parents is kind of difficult because they can be a little stubborn. But I love them nonetheless. Nonetheless. And I know I can show them better than I can tell them because actions always speak louder than words. But yeah. I know I did my best. I know he did his best. I know my mom did her best. And they weren't together, my mom and dad, but they were cool enough to, have me and raise me. So I think that's pretty cool too. But yeah, me and my dad were close and I do miss him a lot. But I will say, like, I watch this podcast and just been reading other people's stories, and it's very helpful because a lot of people like relate to me and I can relate to them too. So I'm happy that like I'm not alone on this journey because why why do our black men, why do our fathers died around like 50 something? Even my granddad, he died in his 50s. I just feel like the system is just built to work against, already working against black people, but definitely tearing down black men too. Because in our family and in a lot of families I've seen, even with friends and associates, we lose a lot of black men around 50, y'all. And I know it got something to do with the government and the system. I ain't gonna break down the whole conspiracy theory, but y'all get where I'm going with this. I think it is our civil duty, whether you want to or not, or like it or not, or you know what, no force, no pressure, but I think it's our civil duty to start trying to protect our black men and heal them and help them, so that way, as we nourish them, they're supposed to nourish and protect us. Reciprocate, give and take, give and receive, or however that works, y'all. I'm rambling a little bit, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. All in all, I'm just trying to get the point across of black people should really protect each other more because the system is not protecting us at all and it's already built to work against us. So I think we should just protect each other more, help each other more, uplift, and ultimately, get to good health and good wealth together. Because slavery, it tore us down and it's still prominent to this day, like still just messing people up. So, I think we have to come together to break out of that. But yeah, back to my dad, just big woo sigh. I just been grieving. I mean, shoot, it's only been a month and a couple weeks, maybe a month and a half since he passed. And shoot, it's only been like 2 weeks since the funeral for real, because it was a long process of getting him back home and having a whole funeral service and honors and etc. etc. But ever since he passed, I felt like a shift happened within me. I feel like, I don't know, I know his spirit is in me, I know he's with me, but I just felt like my purpose and my path, like, I feel like I just realigned with it. And I'm not saying I was not aligned in the first place, but like his passing did something to me that I can't really explain, but it was like a good thing. It was good. And I feel him strongly in my presence, in my spirit. So I'm just happy to have him still here with me. I accept that he is still here with me. although not physically. Like, I can't call him, hey dad, check up on him and have our funny conversations and stuff like that. I can't visit him like I used to and fly out to where he was and all that good stuff. It's hard not being able to physically talk to him and hold him and all that good stuff. And I feel like there was a lot of things left undone and unsaid, but in spirit, it feels like I can still do it. And for that, I'm grateful because I feel even more powerful than before. And I feel so realigned. Maybe I was out of line. Maybe I was out of alignment. But right now, I feel so aligned and so powerful. And excuse me, I'm getting a little emotional. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. Hold on, give me 1 second. All in all, I can just say this is not the end. This is a new beginning. And I'm just happy to still have my dad in spirit. And this whole process has been a little hard. And usually I grieve a little differently than most people. And I think I still am. I think I'm still handling it pretty well. But yeah, rest in peace, Dad. Really miss you, really love you. And I'm gonna do it big for you. I guess this is the end of the video almost, though. Thank you guys for listening to me yap. As usual, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and continue on this journey with me. I hope you worked out with me this time, or one of these times you watch my video. But yeah, y'all enjoy life. Love, peace, and blessings always and forever. Shakira, Shakira. It's always at the end when you want to give up. Whew. 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 It's always at the end when you want to give up. But keep going. I really get hard. That's it. Whew. Keep going. Take a break if you need to. But keep going. It's hard to quit, but it's harder to give up. Keep going. I was taking my break. It got a little hard. I run it back 30 seconds so it clean out a little bit. Woo. All right, let's go.